Elliot Graves was a has-been, an occult blogger whose 15 minutes of fame had expired years ago. Now, he was a self-published author, churning out content for a niche audience that probably didn't exist anymore. His latest masterpiece, a sarcastic little guide called How to Become a Vampire in 10 Easy Steps. It was a joke, a big middle finger to the genre, to his old followers, and most of all, to himself. The book was pure nonsense. He'd included ridiculous steps like drinking garlic smoothies and performing moonlight yoga. Step 7 was a personal favorite: kiss a bat. He was openly mocking the very idea that anyone could take this stuff seriously. He posted a few excerpts online, and to his surprise, they went viral. People were laughing, sharing, and some were even asking if it was real. His standard reply was always the same: "If it were, I'd be immortal by now." He'd chuckle, close the laptop, and forget about it. Then came the knock. It wasn't on his door, which would have been normal. No, this was a sharp, insistent rapping on his window. His apartment was on the 3rd floor. Heart pounding, a mix of fear and curiosity, Elliot slid the window open. A man was just standing there, on the air it seemed. He was tall, unnaturally pale, with eyes like glistening lumps of coal. "You wrote the book," the man stated, his voice a low rumble. "You summoned me." Elliot couldn't help but laugh. It was a nervous, disbelieving sound. "Right, and you're a vampire, I suppose." The man stepped inside without an invitation, landing silently on the wooden floor. He held up a copy of Elliot's book. It was battered, the pages dog-eared and filled with frantic, handwritten notes. And were those bloodstains? "You got most of it wrong," the visitor said, his lips curling into something that wasn't quite a smile. "But step 4? Step 4 was close." Elliot's throat went dry. He stammered, "What? What was step 4? The man's eyes gleamed. "Bury your name." He gestured around the messy apartment, at the stacks of unsold books. "You buried yours in ridicule." The vampire then offered him a deal. It wasn't for immortality or power, the usual cliches. It was for something Elliot craved even more: the truth. "You want to know how to really become one of us?" the man whispered. "Write the real book. I'll tell you everything." Elliot, terrified but still clinging to his skepticism, refused. The man simply nodded and vanished back out the window, leaving Elliot alone in the sudden, deafening silence. The next morning, everything had changed. Elliot looked in the mirror and saw nothing. His own reflection was gone. He pressed his fingers to his wrist, searching for a pulse, but his heartbeat was faint, a slow, fading drum. His skin felt cold, pale. In a panic, he scrambled to his laptop and opened the manuscript file for his joke book. It wasn't the same. The humor, the satire, all of it was gone. In its place were detailed rituals, ancient names, and specific dates. There were instructions, horrifyingly real and precise. He hadn't written a single word of it. A few weeks later, the book was published. Elliot didn't publish it. He never saw a contract, never got a dime. But it had his name on the cover. And now, every time a curious soul opens that book and starts to read, they soon hear a knock. A sharp, insistent knock on their window, no matter how high up they are. This story is a chilling reminder that some jokes are best left untold. What do you think happened to the real Elliot Graves? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy diving into the dark and mysterious, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Stay safe out there.